Namaste and welcome. In today's video, I will be presenting a pranayama practice called the alternate nostril breathing in English. In Sanskrit, it's known as the nadi shuddhi, or also known as the anuloma viloma practice. In a previous video, I have shown this practice without the introduction of any breath retention. But in today's practice, we will be integrating the concept of breath retention as well as the application of the bandhas called locks after each inhalation. So before we start, we want to make sure that we are sitting in a very comfortable posture, any asana that's comfortable and natural for you. For example, I'm sitting in the Padmasana, but you are free to choose any posture like Sukhasana or Siddhasana, etc., that you are very comfortable in. As you're aware, in all practices, we also want to keep the spine comfortable, tall, and elongated, and as much as comfortable, vertical. But feel free to make adjustments so you are very relaxed. So in this practice, the technique is to use very deep ujjayi breaths. First of all, deep three-part breaths. Now let me explain what three-part breath means here. When you inhale, we'll start filling the belly out first, continue the inhalation, then expand the chest and the rib cage sideways. A little more inhalation to lift the upper chest up, the collarbones up. When you exhale, you'll do the opposite. Soften the upper chest, middle chest, and finally create a little cavity in the belly, lower part of the belly, by sucking the belly in. So that's called the deep three-part ujjayi breath. Ujjayi means you're creating a sound at the base of the throat when you inhale and exhale. Okay? The other guideline for the practice of alternate nostril breathing is that you want to develop a ratio of 1 to 2 between the durations of inhalation and exhalation. So ideally you will keep a count in your mind, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, etc. And to take an example, let's say your inhalation is 5 seconds, Om 1, Om 2 through Om 5. You will try and build up the exhalation to up to Om 1 through Om 10. Now that may or may not happen, but just keep that in mind and keep the ratio whatever is comfortable for you. Now, as I mentioned, we will be introducing breath retention as a part of this practice. And again, everyone is different in terms of the capacity as to how long you can hold the breath. So make it as long as comfortable. That's very important. Remember, the key guideline is that the ratio between inhale and exhale is 1 to 2. And irrespective of how long your breath retention is, we'll still try to maintain that ratio between inhalation and exhalation. So that's a very important guideline. Over time, with practice, all these durations will improve. The duration of inhalation, duration of breath retention, as well as the duration of exhalation will improve over time. So no force, no straining of the breathing practice should be experienced. Okay? So we'll be doing a few rounds of this practice. I'll demonstrate a few rounds. And just to indicate that I'm inhaling, I'm going to keep the left palm up when I'm inhaling. And when I'm holding the breath, I'll make a gentle fist. And when I'm exhaling, I'm going to turn the palm down, just to give you an idea that I'm inhaling or exhaling. And if you recall, in the practice of nadi shuddhi, we make the Vishnu mudra with the right hand. So make a fist with the right hand, right thumb up, and the last 2 fingers up. With the left hand, it's called chin mudra, with the index and thumb together. We'll rest the palm very nicely, very comfortably on your left knee or your left thigh or wherever you can feel comfortable. Okay? So let's, excuse me, let's get started. I'm going to close the right nostril with the right thumb. and then begin with an exhalation through the left. Now that doesn't count because the real round starts with the inhalation through the left side. So let's start with an inhalation. Close the left side, then exhale through the right, then inhale through the right, close the right, exhale through the left. Now this, as you recall, is the very basic sequence for nadi shuddhi, or the alternate nostril breathing. And now I will introduce the breath retention as well as the bandhas. Now just to give you a very quick overview of the bandhas, the two bandhas that we will apply after inhalation are the chin lock and the root lock. This is called the jalandhar bandha, where you will lower while you're holding the breath. So we'll inhale and hold the breath, and while you're holding the breath you will lower the chin down and let it rest on the sternum area. Then the root lock or the mula bandha is by squeezing the perineum area, the area around the anus muscles. Squeeze those muscles inward and lift them up. Okay, that's the mula bandha or the root lock. Okay, so those are the two bandhas that we will apply after each inhalation. All right, and let's get started. Let's do 1 or 2 rounds and then we'll see if I need to explain anything further. So let's start by closing the right nostril. Exhale, then inhale through the left nostril. Hold the breath. Now while you're holding the breath, close both nostrils, apply the two bandhas, chin lock, root lock. When you're ready to exhale, release the locks, lift the chin up, exhale from your right nostril. Pause very briefly. Inhale from the right nostril. Again, hold the breath, breath retention, close both sides and apply the two locks, chin lock, root lock. Then release the locks, lift the chin up, exhale through the left nostril. So this is the sequence that we will follow. Now after this I will continue the practice without any instructions, just by the hand movement. I'll show you when I'm exhaling and inhaling, etc. And we'll do about 3 or 4 more rounds for you to practice along with me. Okay, so continue now. When you finish the next sequence, the final exhalation should be from the left nostril. At the end of that sequence, then you can release the hands and then continue with your natural rhythm of breathing. So like I mentioned, this is the technique of nadi shuddhi, or the alternate nostril breathing, with the integration of breath retention and the bandhas. It's a very beautiful practice, lots of benefits of both the practice itself and the bandhas. As you recall, the nadi shuddhi practice is excellent for, first of all, cleansing the entire nervous system. That's why the name nadi shuddhi. Shuddhi means purification. And also it creates a balance at the physical level, physiological level, mental, emotional, and deeper levels. Very beautiful practice. So I hope you enjoyed practicing with me. I would love to hear your feedback, any comments that you might have. Just write to me, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of the day.